Okay, today is Friday, March 11th, and at this point, everything in the back row was planted on February the 19th, and at this point they are 22 days old, so just over 2 weeks old. And everything in the front row, all these cells, except this one, but that one there, those were planted on March 5th, and they are about 1 week old at this point. So, getting up close here, the red onions, the Weathersford onions, are just starting to break the surface. There's another one. So they're just popping up. I have gotten no germination on my tomatoes so far. At this point, it might be time for me to replant because that, in my experience, they should be up by now. There we go. The spearmint also, I'm not seeing anything happening there, but this is my first time growing spearmint, and I'm going to give it a little longer. It might be a long germinator. Oh my gosh, well, on film I'm capturing my first catnip sprout down there in the bottom left-hand corner. I just noticed it now, so that's great. I wasn't sure what was happening with the catnip, so that's very exciting. Bobo will be glad. The marigolds are surprisingly, what's the word? I got a good germination number, or germination rate on this planting. They're still coming up out of the ground, as you can see. There's one back there. But right off the bat, the marigolds and the zinnias popped pretty quickly. So I've got a lot of marigolds. I want to say I have about 25 in there. I have 40 zinnias, which is way too many. I mean, this is growth in 1 week. 1 week it took the marigolds and the zinnias to get to this size. So they're very fast. Now granted, I did use fresh seeds, and that does make a difference, I find. I do have marigold and zinnia seeds from my garden last year, and I definitely will try a second planting with those seeds, but for my initial planting, I wanted to sort of guarantee myself that I would have germination success. And as you can see, I have success. Moving over here to this cell. This is the one exception. These were sown back on February 19th with that back row. They were just a little bit longer to germinate, so that's why they're still in these smaller cells, and they're still in this seed starter. So today I'm definitely going to up pot all of these guys. On the left hand side here we have the sage, which I have to say is such a cute little seedling. How cute is that? It's getting its first true leaves. It's real sturdy. I'm really liking it. Oh, look at the peppers. Oh, they're beautiful. Standing tall, nice and green. I feel like the name of these is bull nose peppers. Bull nose. And then the parsley. I had curly parsley planted in the front and Italian parsley in the back, and I had a feeling the curly wouldn't germinate because that seed packet was from, I want to say it was 10 years old. Mom sent it to me when I had my first garden in Breckenridge, and so it went through a move, and it was in very hot temperatures, and so that seed I think just went bad. But I did have some germination here back on the Italian parsley, and I'm really happy about that. So I have a few plants in there. It comes up looking so fragile, but once it gets going, it's a pretty sturdy plant. And then on the very end here are our bunching onions. Tons and tons of plants have popped, and they're real tiny and petite. These are going to be our green onions. So that's very exciting. My first year growing onions from seed. In the back here, these are the older plants, and this whole tray is Swiss chard. This is the dino kale, which I have to say that one in the back corner is so cute with his little true leaf. I have one random Swiss chard, which I'll probably give to a neighbor. I put it in that little cup for a reason. And a lot of these lettuces, that's butterhead lettuce, same. This is kale, but this is all butterhead lettuce over here. And as you can see, it's getting quite large for only being a few days old. 22 days on that. More Swiss chard, the thyme, the chamomile, the spinach, and I think that's everything. So there's a lot going on here. Oops, I almost dropped the camera. And I'm about to start up potting everything in this carton and figuring out where to put things because I'm maxed out. I have my little schedule over here. And it looks like the next round is next week. It's March 18th, and I'm going to get some cosmoses planted, Mexican sunflowers, and teddy bear sunflowers. So that's very exciting. Now, if only I can find the space for everything. Okay, well, that is all for now. Over and out.